Hey guys, Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I want to review for you a movie I watched recently called Edge of Tomorrow. Now, a lot of people called this a sleeper hit, underrated, and a lot of people blamed its underwhelming success in the theaters on its marketing campaign or lack thereof. A lot of people were confused what this movie was about and whether or not they wanted to go see it, and they didn't go see it. But everybody I heard who saw it thought it was a really good movie, and I really never heard anything too negative about it. This movie is rated PG-13, has a 113-minute runtime, and is an action sci-fi movie starring Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt, Brendan Gleeson, Bill Paxton, and was pretty good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I think it's good, it's bad, and such. So let's go on. I think the trailer did a pretty good job explaining this movie. Tom Cruise, who, if you think about it, is really a pretty good actor, whether or not you agree with his personal life or not. And he, for some reason, has the ability to relive the same day over and over, which is pretty obvious from the trailer. And he's also fighting a war using some sort of mech suit. All pretty obvious in the trailer. Now, I don't believe they give this away, and it's explained pretty early. They're actually fighting an alien invasion. And that kind of brings me to one of my negatives. The aliens, to me, seemed really similar to the machines in The Matrix. They're just kind of like have all these arms and they look like machines. You know, to me, it was like, it almost seemed like the same thing. And obviously they should have came up with their own creatures or aliens or whatever. So what gave him the ability to relive this day? I'm not going to give that away, but I didn't care for it. I didn't like the idea or the reasoning behind it. But I guess they had to come up with something. I just didn't like it so much. So he's reliving the same day every time he dies. He just starts over, and what happens is he's like a, I can't remember what you called it, what they called it, but he's like a PR guy for the army, and this high up general is like, we're going into battle tomorrow, and a lot of people are going to die, and I need you to be there on the front lines, putting a positive spin on everything. And he's like, "Whoa, I'm not a soldier, and I'm an officer, and I don't fight. I'm like on the news and stuff." And basically, he ends up sending him against his will, and so he wakes up, getting ready to go to war. And nobody believes him. The guy already sent a letter saying he was a deserter and that he was going to try to pretend he was somebody else and all this stuff. And so he goes to battle and he dies pretty quickly because he doesn't know what he's doing. And nobody will help him because they think he's a deserter. So then he wakes up basically in the same spot again. Now, surprisingly to me, he quickly remembers what happened. If you were to try to recall yesterday, it'll be a little foggy to you. You wouldn't remember every word everyone said. He already knows everything everyone said. Now, I could understand if you were like, okay, that sounds about right, but he already knows the words, and it seemed like a little too quickly he caught on to what everybody was saying. And the whole thing kind of felt like in Final Destination, where they see everything happening and then they come back and they already remember every detail. And but that was okay. So as you would expect, he kind of goes through trial and error. He's like trying something and that didn't work, wakes back up, tries a little different, and I thought they would go more into that, but it was less of that. But they did do a good job at getting you the feeling that he kept trying things. Now eventually he runs into Emily Blunt's character, who is like the hero of the army or something. I didn't really understand. She like uses a sword a lot and there's like missiles coming in and she's like running around with a sword. It's like, okay. And turns out she at one point also had the same ability to relive the same day. So she and this other guy are trying to help him. And I think a lot of things he realizes along the way kind of are predictable. Now, I feel like a lot of the music really felt similar to Terminator 2. Like, it just had that feeling, and I really didn't care for that. Now, if we go on to the ending, another thing that I think myself and other people were unhappy about was the ending itself. To me, it was a little too fairy tale, and if they had just ended it a little sooner, it would have been a lot better movie to me. I do recommend seeing this. It's a good movie. It's better than you would think. One of the better sci-fi movies I've seen in a while. And they're really jumping on that exosuit bandwagon, you know. Seem to be really popular in entertainment right now, but definitely worth a watch. I enjoyed it. So I'm going to give this movie a 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more videos. And I'll see you guys next time.